Recovery doesn't start tomorrow.
Calling all angels.
Recovery starts right now. And here to help is Rated R for Recovery.
Calling all you angels.
Welcome to another episode of the ongoing saga known as Rated R for Recovery. For you at home listening online, welcome to YouTube and like us, subscribe, then go to the Facebook, like us on the Facebook, share us with everybody that you can think of. I'm an addict and alcoholic. My name's John.
Hey, John. An alcoholic. My name's Joy.
Hello, Joy. So if you might be asking yourselves, what is this nut of a podcast? We're a faith-driven program bringing hope, healing, and restoration to individuals and families impacted by addiction. Through interviews, sharing information, and entertainment, we strive to be a catalyst for change for all who wish to recover. So you can, this portion of the show is being brought to you by JCI Solutions. JCI Solutions are a painting contractor for commercial and residential painting. And you can reach Mike. Mike's a dear friend of the show at 239-672-2673. Also, you can find him on our website, Rated R, the number 4, recovery.com. So, Joy, what do you have new today? What do you got?
Yeah.
No? Nothing? Okay.
I'm
Me
ready
too.
to hear David.
Me too. We do this show, ladies and gentlemen, listening at home in front of a studio audience. And to prove there is an actual studio audience here, would you please make some noise? Very nice. Very nice. All right. A little bit scary.
Now be quiet.
All right. So welcome our first guest to Rated R for Recovery on this Thursday night. This is our friend David.
Thank you. Thank you.
David and I have known each other since, how long? Long time?
Long time.
Long time. And you've known Joy for a long time, too.
I have.
Yeah?
It's been a pleasure. At least for Joy.
Yes. David, when did we meet? What year was that?
I initially came in, I think it was 2010. And I hopped around the rooms, loitered around the rooms of recovery for a little bit.
Loitering is a good word. Yes.
Yeah, because I really never did anything but hang around, drank the coffee, and dated the women.
You mean that doesn't do it?
It didn't work.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Before you got to recovery, how was it bad? What happened?
Yeah, it was awful. It was really bad.
Tell us about it.
Which part? The last couple years of my drinking and drugging career was just absolute terror, bewilderment, and destruction, because I burned every bridge I've ever walked across. I hurt everybody that I ever came in front of, and I lost my family, my kid at the time, my now ex-wife. I lost everything, or I pretty much gave it away.
Gave it away.
Yeah, for my addiction and alcoholism.
And was there any violence involved in your career of drinking and drugging?
There was a lot of violence involved. I started off real young. When I first moved to this country, I was picked on a lot, and my uncle taught me how to fight.
Yeah. And you're from Lithuania?
Lithuania?
No? Where are you from?
Originally from
That was a
California.
joke, by the way.
Originally from Los Angeles. I was born in Los Angeles, raised in South America in Bogota, Colombia.
Very good.
And when we moved to the States, I was 6 years old.
So you weren't doing any coke in South America at 6 years old?
Not yet.
Very good. All right. Keep going.
So it just developed, people stopped picking on me because I learned how to fight. And then I started sticking up for the smaller, weaker kids. I thought that was made me feel whole,
Uh-huh. And when did
Avenger.
Yeah, something like that, I guess.
When did the drugs and alcohol come into play?
My mom was with this Panamanian dude who was like, I can't call him an alcoholic, but he died of liver disease, so maybe.
Maybe.
And he used to always have alcohol, and he used to have parties, and I remember at 11 years old, I had my first drink, and I got so violently sick that I thought I'd never do it again. But then I told my friends about it the next day, and then we went and stole some Cisco from the beverage store and did it again. And that became not an everyday thing, like on the weekends and stuff. And then I got introduced to smoking weed when I was in middle school. That became a thing, like a daily thing. And then I got introduced to cocaine when I was 16 years old. I snorted actually my first line of cocaine with my sister.
When you were 16?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. She was 2 years older than me. But the thing is that even though all the partying and stuff that I did with my sister, the moment she became pregnant, she was able to stop. Just stop drinking, stop cocaine, stop partying, stop everything. Therefore, not an addict, not an alcoholic.
And you?
Definitely an addict, definitely an alcoholic. I couldn't stop no matter what the consequences, in and out of jail constantly. I've been arrested probably close to 20 times. I'm a 9-time convicted felon. Everything from possession to possession of weapons of mass destruction.
Possessions of that's what you mean?
It was a broken down shotgun.
You and Saddam? I mean, what was going on?
It was a broken down shotgun. They were claiming it was a pipe bomb, but that case got dropped. So, but it's still on my arrest record, but it never carried any weight.
Okay. And so keep going. Where does this go from here?
It just continued. And if anybody walked 10 steps in my shoes, knows where this led. The progression began. It turned into pills and cocaine and then crack and then ecstasy, and then it just goes on and on and on until, I remember I got married when I was 30 or like 28, 30 years old. I had a kid, and at 6 years old, he was diagnosed with cancer, neuroblastoma, and I was so addicted to opiates at the time that as much as I wanted to quit, I couldn't quit. The opiates ruled my life. I saw my pain. I saw the pain that he was in, and it wasn't even enough for me to say, I got to stop. My drugs were my ruler. They were my God.
Mm-hmm. And at what point did he pass away from this?
No, he just turned 22 last year.
Oh, praise God.
Last week. He's been cancer-free for the last 13 years.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That's a miracle.
It is.
Is he in your life today?
Yeah, actually, I was texting him today. I visited with him a couple times. It took a long time for me to reestablish a relationship with him because at 8 years old, I kind of got ran out of the town that I was living in. My, at the time, wife's father was a pretty big wig with some pretty rough and tough people. And they told me I better leave town or I'm gonna be found in a ditch.
Well, speaking of ditches, weren't you the victim of a nasty home invasion at one time?
Yeah, in 2013, this was sort of towards the end of my run here. I was selling a lot of cocaine, a lot of pills, and I was living in a house where I was renting the back portion of the house. And I was doing laundry, and I had the back door open, and 3 men rushed in and almost beat me to death that night. I was found in a pool of blood by one of the guys that lived there. They heard some commotion, and a couple hours later, they came into my room. They busted down the door, actually, and they called an ambulance, and I went, and I suffered a traumatic brain injury. They never caught the guys because I couldn't. It might have been you, John.
Okay.
I couldn't tell who it was.
More likely it was that guy than me, but it wasn't me. Just saying.
It could have been anybody, but they got me pretty good. I was in the hospital for a month. I had lost my job because I was away for so long. I was running out of money. At the time when I was in the hospital, I had some people bringing me in, and I was smoking crack in the bathroom in the hospital.
Nice.
Nice,
Oh, no, I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. It didn't matter what the consequences were. I mean, they were giving me methadone while I was in there, so I wasn't detoxing off of that. But they were bringing in. I was smoking crack in the bathroom. It was pretty bad disaster. And then shortly after that, I got out of the hospital, and I got arrested for, God willing, the last time. It was in December of 2013, and I can't tell you what happened or why I got arrested. I could look at my police report and see what I got arrested for, but I don't remember anything. At this time, I was doing about 32 milligrams of Dilaudid a day. I was drinking about a half a gallon of Sailor Jerry a day. I was in a real bad space. All I know is that in a liquor store, I got into a fight and I got arrested. And that's what the police report tells me.
Okay, so then that happens.
I go to jail. They offered me 2 years probation when I went in front of the judge, and I says, and they were going to let me out, and I said, how much time do I have to do? Because at that point in my life, I knew that either I was going to die out there or I was going to kill myself, one or the other. And they said 90 days, and I said, let's run it. And I did. And even this first 10 days in jails, I mean, I was detoxing off of alcohol, I was detoxing off of benzodiazepines, I was detoxing off of opiates, all at the same time.
The two drugs, benzodiazepine and alcohol, the two drugs you can die from with not detox properly. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so I was detoxing.
And you were detoxing yourself in jail, or did they help you with that?
They did not help me
They
at
did
all.
not.
No, it was the worst. The first 10 days were a complete blur. I don't remember any of it. I finally came to, and I was like, this is it. And I've been to jail dozens of times, and I've always said, that's it. I'm never going to do this again. I'm never going to do this again. And within 2 hours, I was doing it again.
Yeah, yeah.
I find the closest bar, and I start drinking. By the time I drink that third beer, I'm calling Flacco and being like, where you at, kid?
All right, so this time is a little different in your mind, right?
Yeah.
Because we don't have a drinking problem, we got a thinking problem. People from Next Step, and if we change the way we think, we change the way we live.
Well, see, my experience shown me that I've done that so many times, but this time something was different. You know, I've been introduced to the rooms in 2010 when I first met you. I knew there was a solution out there. I didn't know the solution, but I knew there was something out there. And also, I was completely broken, mentally, spiritually, physically. I knew when I got released, I had nowhere to go. Not a penny to my name. My car was impounded. I lost the place I was living. I didn't have a job. I didn't have any family left that would actually speak to me. So when I got out of jail, now I've been to jail all my times in Broward County, Dade County, Palm Beach County. I've never been to jail here in Lee County. So when I get out, I have no idea where I'm at.
Yeah.
Because I just moved here maybe a couple years prior to that happening. And I have absolutely no idea where I was. So I'm like staggering around the jail, and they're like, hey, we're going to take, if you don't leave property, you're going back to jail. And I was like,
Just to recap, for those that you can identify with this, he came in completely broke. I can check that off. No driver's license.
I know, I had a driver's license.
Oh, yeah, I had a driver's license. No car, because they impounded your car. No means of income at the time.
No.
What did you do? Did you surrender to that?
I absolutely did, and it was funny because they pointed me in the direction to the racetrack on Ortiz and MLK, and I stumbled up there in clothes that didn't even belong to me. I don't even know where they came from.
Very interesting.
Some sandals that I don't know where they came from, and I stumbled up to the racetrack, and I sat on the bench, and God intervened. Some stranger just walked up to me and said, are you okay? And I'm like, man, I just got out of jail. And he's like, let me buy you a coffee and a donut. And he did, and
Been sober ever since? No, just kidding.
oh, I
Sorry.
wish. But he came and he gave me, bought me coffee and donuts, and he sat down with me, and he's like, "You got a safe place to go?" And I said, "Dude, I don't even know where I'm at, to be honest with you." And he says, "Well, that's Martin Luther King Boulevard, and that's Ortiz." And in my brain, I'm saying, "Dude, I used to buy pills."
I know
from this
exactly.
2 blocks up to the right.
Yeah, I know where that is.
And then he says, "Well, if you don't have a safe place to go, there's a homeless shelter just 2 blocks to the left." Now, I don't know what happened at that very moment, but my feet started moving to the left. And I checked myself into that homeless shelter. And it was the worst experience in my life, but I knew that's all I had. It's all I had. Because if I would have went to the right,
Yeah.
you know, God knows if I'd even be alive today. So I checked myself in. There was people bringing in meetings, H&I meetings into the place.
What's H&I?
It's hospitals and institutions. There was AA coming in, CA coming in, NA coming in, and people bringing in and sharing their stories. And an AA speaker came in, told his story so close to mine. I thought this dude's been following me all my life, and I was getting pissed.
Justifiably so.
And I talked to him afterwards, and he tells me, I says, "So you're like sober?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm 4 years sober." I'm like, "On purpose?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like no probation. He's like, "No." I'm like, damn. So he handed me this little red book, and he says, "I'm going to give you this, and if you think your life is worth it, I think you should read it." And I'm like, "Well, what is it?" And it was a little big book of Alcoholics Anonymous. And he's like, "So what are your plans? What are you going to do?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And he's like, "Well, you ever think about going to treatment?" And I said, "No, not really." He goes, "Well, what do you think about going to treatment?" I said, "I don't know. I mean..."
Your social calendar wasn't completely full at the time.
No, not at all. And he's like, "What do you got to do? You live in a homeless shelter. You ain't got no job." And I was like, "You're right." So I signed myself up, and I got into the Salas Care 28-day program, and my journey began at that point. Even though it's not my sobriety date, because I did relapse when I was 14 months sober, but I was, I can't unlearn what I learned in those 14 months. I was able to catch myself.
Right away?
Right away.
I could see you walking across the street. When he tells he met me in 2010, that's not my sobriety date either. I've had more than one relapse myself. But go ahead. So in lieu of time, you worked a program of recovery.
Yeah, that was February 20th of 2015. My sobriety date is February 21st of 2015. I just celebrated 10 years on Friday.
Double digits. Good for you. And so what's life like today?
Life is life, Sometimes life sucks, and sometimes life is good, But fortunately, I have the tools today to deal with it. I have had a lot of tragedy in my 10 years. I've lost a lot of good friends. Mm-hmm.
We lose people every day.
So, but we were able to be present in those moments.
Yeah.
David and I were privileged enough to be pallbearers at a dear, dear friend's funeral. And if we're out using, we're not present for that stuff at all. And the biggest devastation of drugs and alcohol is that I hurt the people I love and that love me. And we don't have to do that today.
Thank God.
You have a job? You got a job now?
I got a really good job now, thank God. It's a very good position, good pay, a lot of hours, but hey, the money's good, so here we are.
Must be. You just got back from Hawaii.
Yeah, me and my fiance took a 2-week vacation in Hawaii, and we are planning a trip to Alaska in August. Life is good, although we like everybody, I have my struggles, relationship, financial, my kid. I have an 8-year-old now that's having some behavioral issues at school, not at home. It's weird. But I'm about to put my foot in his you-know-what soon if he doesn't straighten up.
So, what if you were to look out into the camera at the people listening at home through YouTube, or the people here in the audience? What would be your words of wisdom or words of suggestions for them?
Tap into a power greater than yourself. Work the steps with a sponsor that's been through the steps. Get a support network that can carry you when you can't walk on your own. That's the most important thing. You know, the people that care and love me today have been my foundation. You know, they really have. When I'm beating myself up, when I feel like there's no hope, those people are the ones that lift me up. But if it wasn't for me and my connection with my higher power that I hold ever so dearly, I wouldn't be here today.
Give David a nice round of applause. When we come back, you'll be hearing from a young lady who is a clinician at Detox and has started a new sober house in town. Once again, this portion brought to you by JCI Solutions. You're listening to Rated R for Recovery, ratedrforrecovery.com. We'll be right back after this.
Whether it's counseling, recovery support, or simply finding hope, we provide the tools and community to help you rise. Take the first step toward healing today. Visit thenextstep.org and discover how we can support your journey to wellness. Remember, every step forward is a step toward a better you. The next step, your path to hope, starts here. With offices in Fort Myers and Naples, 844-639-8371.
Have you been charged with a crime? You could face serious penalties for conviction, and it is vitally important that you have skilled legal assistance on your side during this time. Call Brian L. Edwards, Esquire, Attorney at Law today. 888-512-6254. Results matter. With a track record of success, our methods are tried and true. Mistakes happen, but we can help. Brian L. Edwards, Esquire, Attorney at Law. Visit FortMyersCriminalLawFirm.com or call 888-512-6254.
Not everyone has the luck of the Irish. If a friend or family member is in trouble, call Shamrock Bell Bonds. Put our number into your phone, 239-332-2245, 239-332-2245, or go online at gobailmeout.com. Shamrock Bell Bonds provides fast, reliable service. Shamrock Bell Bonds, 1528 Broadway, downtown Fort Myers. Look for the Shamrock, and maybe luck will be on your side.
Hello, I'm Michael Manzi, owner of JCI Solutions, 239-672-2673. When starting this company 3 years ago, I had no clue that we would grow to what we have become. There is one thing I can say that we have done from the beginning is take pride in our work, making sure every customer we do work for is satisfied from beginning to end. Offering residential painting all the way to commercial painting with jobs done in a timely manner, with highly skilled professionals giving you top-of-the-line work. To help you create your new look, call JCI Solutions, 239-672-2673.
Struggling with addiction? You're not alone. At Phoenix House Project, we believe in second chances and brighter tomorrows. Our proven programs offer support, hope, and tools to rebuild your life. With expert care and a community that understands, transformation starts here. It's time to rise, reclaim your life, and become the best version of yourself. Visit phoenixhouseproject.squarespace.com today or call 239-244-7876. The journey to recovery begins with sober living. Phoenix House Project, where hope takes flight.
Kimmy's Recovery Zone, where hope meets action. We're here to guide the journey from treatment to thriving, healthy living. With peer support, public education, and vital resources like housing, employment, and Narcan training, we're building stronger communities. Ready to make an impact? Together, we're creating a network of recovery, resilience, and renewed lives. Kimmy's Recovery Zone, your hub for healing and hope. Visit us online today at kimmysrecoveryzone.org. It's not how we survive, it's how we thrive.
Join us for connection, encouragement, and real transformation. At Celebrate Recovery at Grace Church, we celebrate God's healing power through the 12 steps of recovery and the life-changing principles found in the Beatitudes. Whether you're overcoming a hurt, habit, or hang-up, Celebrate Recovery offers a safe and supportive community where you can grow, heal, and thrive. Add to your recovery because you're not alone, and healing is possible. Monday, Wednesday, Friday at one of the 3 Grace Church locations. Learn more at egracechurch.com/recovery.
When children have to play inside so they don't disappear.
Welcome back to Rated R for Recovery.
Welcome back to Rated R for Recovery, ratedrforrecovery.com. Once again, we are on YouTube. You can search us on YouTube, and while you're liking the show, we offer you a like and subscribe thing to do. Now, this segment of the show is being brought to you by Shamrock Bail Bonds. You might say, what do I need a bail bondsman for? Well, if you're like me, you often need a bail bondsman, or you might have a friend.
Or if you know somebody like
You might know somebody that needs a bail bondsman. Lord knows I do. So anyway, that's Shamrock Bail Bondsman. They're on Broadway in downtown Fort Myers. Reach them at 239-332-2245. So ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for my friend next to us. You all know her, you love her, you can't live without her. This is Miss Leslie.
Thank you.
So you are awesome because you actually get to wear 2 hats, correct?
I do.
Okay, I don't think your mic's on.
Hello, testing.
Oh, there you go, okay. So you get to wear 2 hats.
I want to apologize. I have a little cold, so if you need me to speak up, just let me
Yeah, but you look awfully good, so that's
Well,
what you
thank
see.
you.
Very good, so.
Just
all right.
get real close to
All
the
right.
mic and it'll get louder.
So tell us what your 2 jobs are.
Well, my first job is working for Detox. I won't give a name. I'm a behavior tech. And my second job is I have transitional living homes.
Okay, so
called Broken Butterflies.
And that is called Broken Butterflies.
Yes.
And how? Well, I'm going to start with the detox aspect, and I'm going to ask you 2 probably distinct questions.
Okay.
What is the easiest part of your job in detox?
The easiest part is loving on them when they come. Most people walk in and they beat themselves up. They come in with their heads down. And so I'm right there to lift up, encourage, speak to the king in them and the queen in them, and just remind them you are someone. We all just a decision away from being right here. So it keeps me humble. And also just to encourage, because they really do beat themselves up when they walk through those doors.
The hardest part?
Hearing them detox and going through it, just especially when they AMA, they don't give it a chance. So that makes me sad.
That's the saddest part.
And then again, we lose people every day.
Yes.
Every day.
Yeah, that's the sad fact that what Joy just said.
Yes.
People don't realize, we're out there and we're partying, so to speak, and then it's fun, and then it's not.
Right. It can be really sad. Sometimes it could be tragic. That person AMA, and it may be the last time you see them, and you get a phone call.
Yep.
This person has OD'd, so it's always hard when someone dies from this.
Do you come in contact with the families of the addict and the alcoholic at all?
Oh, yes.
How's that go?
They make me their personal best friend. They find me on Facebook.
Right.
And some of them, I give them my phone number too. Quite a few of them, I develop a relationship with them. And they always say, can you talk to him? He relapsed again, I need you to stay on top of him. And, I try. It's still their decision.
Yeah, and the thing is what the earthlings, I affectionately call people that don't have the addicted disease, that don't realize that we can't get you sober.
No.
We can't keep you sober. We can lead you, just like the old saying, you lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
Amen.
Yeah, we stand at the door and open it up, and you got to walk through it.
Right.
Right. That is so true. That is true.
And there's some literature that says we've got a kit of spiritual tools that we lay at your feet, and it's up to you to pick up those tools and start to use them. All right, so now tell us about Broken Butterflies.
Ooh, Broken Butterflies.
First of all, website?
Yes, www.brbs lbbrokenbutterflies.org. So I do have a website. You can find me on Facebook, Broken Butterflies, and Instagram, Broken Butterflies.
Yes.
How
So
did,
yes.
how did you get the idea? You know, what was the impetus for?
Well, the name came when I was going through a really bad divorce. I was taking a nap, and I heard God say broken butterflies, and I woke up like, what is a broken butterfly? Then my sister in 2017, she said, you ever thought about opening up transitional living homes? I was like, I don't want to do that.
No, thank you.
No, sir. I never heard of anything like that. No, I don't want to do it. And so fast forward 2019, we got the name registered. 2024, September the 1st, I opened up my first transitional living home. So to
Nice.
God be the glory.
All right. So tell us where it's located. Unless it's something you
Fort
don't want
Myers.
to. Yeah.
No. It's in Fort Myers off of Ashwood. So, and I'm getting ready to open up a second location
Really?
on the street over on Elmwood. So
Nice.
Does Tom and
gonna be
Debbie
a
have
women's
it?
house.
Do our friends Tom and Debbie have anything to do with
Yes,
that part?
They do. Tom and Debbie, they gave me my first opportunity. Tommy took a liking to me. He said, you know what? I think you're going to do well, and I want to help you.
That's awesome.
And so he really does help me out. He's the greatest guy I've known, and I will never, ever forget him.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah, he's done a lot of good. They have
He has. He's a real, they both are. They're really good people.
very much so. Oh, what is the requirement to get into Broken Butterflies?
Well, being sober. You gotta be sober. Fill out an application, and we sit down. I like to really sit and interview a person and get to know them. I don't accept any and everyone, and then I need you to know that I need to see if you're a good fit for me or I'm a good fit for you. This may not
Absolutely.
be something you want to be a part of. So, you know, I'm always, so we do sit down and do an interview.
Is it just for women?
No, right now I have a men's home, and then in about 2 weeks I'll have a women's home.
Very good. Does it cost any money?
Sometimes I do it case by case because remember, for me, John, it's ministry. Most people getting out of detox, they don't always have money, but I don't want that to be the deal breaker.
Yeah.
If I can give them the opportunity and give them the chance to come up with the money, that's what I want to do, because that opportunity could be the time that saved their life.
And to be realistic, you have an electric bill to pay, you have a water bill to pay, you have a rent or mortgage to pay, you have cable to pay. So you have expenses.
Yes, and yes.
Yes. So if I'm able, how much would you charge me a week to live there?
$175 a week.
Very good.
I try to keep it competitive.
It is.
I do have an overhead, and it doesn't pay itself. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Now, you mentioned you have to be sober to come in. What if I test positive for marijuana? Will you work with me?
It all depends on when the last time you use, and I do know it takes some time to get out your system, so I will test you again. If you continue to test positive, then we're gonna have a problem.
Yeah, right. If it stays the same or goes up, you got to go, right?
Yes.
Okay, but if the levels are going down, we can work with that.
Most definitely.
Very good.
I'm realistic. I'm not gung-ho. I work for God, and most definitely the same grace He give me, I want to give someone else.
Awesome job. So are there chores involved?
Yes. They have house chores. They have to, what you doing, Edwin? They have to mow the lawn, just regular chores, keep the house clean for me, and they do a pretty good job.
How many people to a room?
2 people to a room, so we're actually full.
Very good.
Yeah.
What's the best part of having this organization?
Them, the men, how they get along, and they just like my pride and joy. They're like my babies. They take good care of me. They're like my little brothers. You know what I mean? So just the way they love on me, I love on them, and yeah, we have a good relationship.
Brothers
Are there other requirements? Do you have to get a job? Do you have to go to meetings or?
Yeah, get a job or get a SSI check, one or the other. You gotta have some money.
How about what Joy was saying? Are there meetings, sponsor, home group service work required?
Yes, it's meetings. I have a licensed therapist on board, so if they want some therapy, they can get that. I have my brother Webb. He comes to the house and do groups with them, activities. And then they're right there down the street from Sailor's Care, so they have meetings. They have Grace Church. They really love Grace Church. Oh man!
So do I.
Yeah, they're
and for
here
those of you
Monday,
listening
Wednesday, and Sunday.
For those of you listening at home, we broadcast this show out of Grace Church, the central campus near downtown Fort Myers. You mentioned Webb is your brother. Is that the Webb I know?
Yeah, that's the Webb you know.
Very good.
There's only one Webb around here.
Very good. So there's all different types of things offered for us by means of sober living, by means of Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous, Cocaine Anonymous, Celebrate Recovery, Smart Recovery, which is what your brother promotes, doesn't
Yes,
right?
most definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
And so when somebody comes to live with you, do they required when they first move in to do 90 meetings in 90 days? Is that a requirement?
I want them to do meetings. I don't want to be, pushy. When you come to me, you know what you got to do. I'm not there to coddle you, baby you. You know what you got to do. It will work when you put the work in.
Absolutely.
Most people come to me, that's not their first rodeo. They know exactly what they need to do.
Yeah, and when you talk about loving on people and having that compassion for them, sometimes it means saying no.
Yes, a lot of no's. Even I'm the type, even if you relapse, I give you two options. You can go to detox, or we can shake hands and part ways, in love. When it comes to my organization, it starts with love and it'll end with love.
Amen.
When you encounter broken butterflies, you're going to experience love.
Yeah, that's great. There's a saying in some literature that says love and tolerance is our code. So we have experience with that, with the family members, the addicts or the clients, whatever you want to call them, whether it be at detox or at broken butterflies. Do you have a lot of times parents saying what I mentioned before, I need you to get my son, daughter, sister, brother sober?
Yes, but I also remind them I don't have the power to change anyone. I can plant seeds, I can encourage, but at the end of the day, they have to make the decision. So the only thing I can do is speak life into them and pray over them and just pray for the best.
Very good.
Yeah.
Is Broken Butterflies, is there like a house meeting once a week with everybody?
I try to, yeah. I try to do a meeting. I try to do like pizzas on Friday, so we'll go to Rico's Pizza. I want to start, try to take them bowling, Top Golf. I just want to get them out and just get them used to a normal lifestyle.
It might be a good idea to bring them to Rated R for recovery. I'm just saying. Who knows? Okay. What's that? Yes. Thank you very much. That was the audience member, Eileen, ladies and gentlemen. What was I going to say? How about church?
Yeah, church is a requirement. Just Bible study is just, going to church on a Sunday. Some people work Sunday, but I do want them to attempt. I try to remind them, most definitely God is the foundation. For me, we can't do nothing without him. You can try, you can attempt, but all roads lead right back to God. However long you decide to take there, you'll be back.
And exactly. And for most of the fellowships, if not 90% of them, it's a spiritual solution to a physical problem. And I have found that to be the case for my personal recovery. Joy?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, very good.
Yeah.
Anything else? What's that?
You keep putting me on the spot.
I'm sorry. I'm trying not to. Miss Leslie, what if you were to reach out to the people at home that may be suffering? Some suggestions, some words of encouragement, or some, in your case, or in our cases, some words of love.
You're not alone. Most people feel alone. I think sometimes, the enemy plants seeds like nobody cares, nobody wants me. I'm just, I'm a menace to society, but that's not true.
I can't do anything right.
I can't do anything right. And so, no, that's not true. People only know what you share. So I would recommend that you reach out, find someone that you can trust, and just get back on the right track.
Very good. Once again, contact information for Broken Butterflies.
So you can reach me on Facebook, Broken Butterflies, IG, Broken Butterflies. You can get my my business number, which is 239-357-2158. I repeat, 239-357-2158. And I am at www.lbbrokenbutterflies.org.
Very good, Leslie. Very good. This segment of the show brought to you by Shamrock Bail Bonds. Our next segment brought to you by Brian Edwards, criminal defense attorney. Brian can be reached at 239-791-9463. So if any of you know anybody that needs a lawyer that has some criminal charges, you can contact Brian or contact us here at the show. We're going to take another break, and when we come back, we have a very special musical guest. This gentleman has toured the country, has opened for major acts across the country. He is a national act, soon to be signing a contract that will include
New Zealand.
New Zealand. I drew a blank. And be touring the country of New Zealand. Banjo Steve is next. You're listening to Rated R for Recovery and RatedRforRecovery.com.
Struggling with life's challenges? At The Next Step, we're here to guide you to a brighter tomorrow. Whether it's counseling, recovery support, or simply finding hope, we provide the tools and community to help you rise. Take the first step toward healing today. Visit thenextstep.org and discover how we can support your journey to wellness. Remember, every step forward is a step toward a better you. The Next Step, your path to hope, starts here. With offices in Fort Myers and Naples, 844-639-8371.
Have you been charged with a crime? You could face serious penalties for conviction, and it is vitally important that you have skilled legal assistance on your side during this time. Call Brian L. Edwards, Esquire, attorney at law today. 888-512-6254. Results matter. With a track record of success, our methods are tried and true. Mistakes happen, but we can help. Brian L. Edwards, Esquire, attorney at law. Visit FortMyersCriminalLawFirm.com or call 888-512-6254.
Not everyone has the luck of the Irish. If a friend or family member is in trouble, call Shamrock Bail Bonds. Put our number into your phone, 239-332-2245, 239-332-2245, or go online at gobailmeout.com. Shamrock Bail Bonds provides fast, reliable service. Shamrock Bail Bonds, 1528 Broadway, downtown Fort Myers. Look for the Shamrock, and maybe luck will be on your side.
Hello, I'm Michael Manzi, owner of JCI Solutions, 239-672-2673. When starting this company 3 years ago, I had no clue that we would grow to what we have become. There is one thing I can say that we have done from the beginning is take pride in our work, making sure every customer we do work for is satisfied from beginning to end. Offering residential painting all the way to commercial painting with jobs done in a timely manner, with highly skilled professionals giving you top-of-the-line work. To help you create your new look, call JCI Solutions, 239-672-2673.
Struggling with addiction? You're not alone. At Phoenix House Project, we believe in second chances and brighter tomorrows. Our proven programs offer support, hope, and tools to rebuild your life. With expert care and a community that understands, transformation starts here. It's time to rise, reclaim your life, and become the best version of yourself. Visit phoenixhouseproject.squarespace.com today or call 239-244-7876. The journey to recovery begins with sober living. Phoenix House Project, where hope takes flight.
Kimmy's Recovery Zone, where hope meets action. We're here to guide the journey from treatment to thriving, healthy living. With peer support, public education, and vital resources like housing, employment, and Narcan training, we're building stronger communities. Ready to make an impact? Together, we're creating a network of recovery, resilience, and renewed lives. Kimmy's Recovery Zone, your hub for healing and hope. Visit us online today at kimmysrecoveryzone.org. It's not how we survive, it's how we thrive.
Join us for connection, encouragement, and real transformation. At Celebrate Recovery at Grace Church, we celebrate God's healing power through the 12 steps of recovery and the life-changing principles found in the Beatitudes. Whether you're overcoming a hurt, habit, or hang-up, Celebrate Recovery offers a safe and supportive community where you can grow, heal, and thrive. Add to your recovery because you're not alone and healing is possible. Monday, Wednesday, Friday at one of the 3 Grace Church locations. Learn more at egracechurch.com/recovery.
When children have to play inside so they don't disappear.
Welcome back to Rated R for Recovery.
Welcome back again to Rated R for Recovery, Rated R, the number 4, recovery.com. We are excited to announce our partnership with Kimmy's Recovery Zone, and we'll be doing a lot of work with Kimmy's Come. So this portion of the show brought to you by Kimmy's Recovery Zone. This gentleman beside me, you know, God works in such great ways. So you pray about things, you reach out to people, and he answered me. And I can't tell you how grateful I am that you answered me. Tell us a little bit about you and what you do.
Well, I'm a Florida banjo player. I play all different kind of instruments. I write songs. It's funny that I play the banjo because I never actually planned on it, but I found myself I got a little niche. I got good at it.
Yep. How do we tap into your music?
Well, it's Banjo Steve, B-A-N-J-O-E, Banjo, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify. We're putting some songs out on Spotify and stuff too.
You've done festivals across the United States?
Festivals, over 130, 40 cities in Florida alone. I've played, I don't know how many states. I just did Utah. And like you said, I hadn't quite announced it, but I have a contract for a New Zealand tour tomorrow. Yeah. Well, he said it to me tonight. I said we would respond tomorrow.
Did I?
It looks good.
I didn't ruin it, did I?
No.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause to Banjo Steve.
This first song is called Honor Roll, and I wrote it kind of during the COVID times when, you know, you can have momentum in your life and you're trying to make things happen, but just whatever, all of a sudden you find yourself off the path that you thought you were going to be on. And even though I was on this roll in life, all of a sudden I found myself sitting on the side of the road. Sitting on the side of the road. Guess I got nowhere to go. Better loosen up my load. Easy come and easy go, but I was on a roll. I was picking on the side of the road. Guess I got no place to go. My tire up and explode. Ain't no mechanic, so I don't know, but I was on a roll. I was thinking on the side of the road. Guess I lost on my control. Life's tire got a hole. Guess I gotta pay them tolls, but I was on a roll. Walking down the side of the road. Guess I best loosen my load. The path ahead is unknown, and I was on a roll.
Let's have a big round of applause for Banjo Steve. All right, so mute his banjo. Yep, good. So, would you be kind enough to do one more for us?
Absolutely.
What's your next stop after here? Where can we go and see you live?
Well, I played at High Horse like once a month. I was just in Fort Myers. Kind of got to look at the schedule. I kind of have to look at it too. But see, I think tomorrow I'm in Clearwater, and then Saturday day I'm in St. Pete, and Saturday night I'm in some place called Denellen. I don't know what it is.
Okay, all right. So if we were to put together a Rated R for Recovery music festival, maybe we can get a bunch of sponsors. Maybe we could get you in on that.
Maybe, yeah.
That's a big maybe. Ladies and gentlemen, Banjo Steve again.
The song's called Flying Train. This is like sometimes, you know, life is just pushing you through, and you think you're on a track, but it's just flowing, you got no control, so. Sometimes I wake up in the morning, don't know who I am, don't know where I'm going, and I don't know where I've been. And I'm trying to shake the sadness and let the new day begin. See what I can accomplish, do my best to get a win. I've been pushed around and challenged, swaying in the wind. World keeps trying to break me, but I ain't gonna bend. And I love my friends and family, and I love you too. 'Cause the static makes me happy when I play the blues. I'm a rider, I'm a traveler, a survivor. I've been called a liar, but I'm trying to keep on flying, but I'm nose diving anyways. And maybe I know what I'm doing, 'cause life comes with a plan. Different dimensions in reality, so who knows where I am. I've been told so many stories, and I've read truth and lies, and some folks claim they can't pay a buck and waste all my time. Why do we have this consciousness? Why do I have this drive? Feel like a flying train with no tracks, just barreling down the line. Then it's mine, oh, it's mine.
Very good. That's Banjo Steve, everybody. Steve, I can't tell you how grateful I am for you to grace our little show like this.
Glad to be invited. You know?
Amen. Oh.
I can feel some people's energy in here when I was playing it. I couldn't help but feel like I was saying some words y'all was thinking, and I was getting chills and goosebumps. So if I connected to you, you connected to me, and you know, keep moving forward, you know, goals.
Amen.
There's a saying that's been sticking with me for a while, that a man without a purpose and a goal will surround himself with pleasures and distractions.
Take that to heart.
Give yourself a goal and a plan. Follow through. I'm sure you'll have to do it.
Once again, give him another round of applause. Great job. So next week on Rated R for Recovery, that's Rated R, the number 4, recovery.com, a special edition. The whole show will be done on Kimmy's Recovery Zone with musical guests Chuck Mangione's illegitimate nephews, Stephen and Michael Mangione. Original recording artists, they will be the musical guests. Join us next week. Thank you very much and good night.